Hi, I'm Lynette Xanders. I work with Fortune 500 companies frequently to help them with their creative briefs. And today I want to talk to you about why you might want to write a creative brief, why they write creative briefs, and some of the easy things to avoid. So, I think large brands invest so much in their briefs because they invest in their brands. Their brands are worth more than their bricks and mortar and secret recipes combined. And briefs are the way that companies keep things consistent and unlock innovation. In future, it's ideally a one piece of paper, which doesn't sound like it's that powerful, but I believe that a killer brief is as close as I've found to a silver bullet. As far as consistency, a lot of companies these days have multiple agencies. They have an advertising agency, a PR agency, a web development firm, product vendors, and the ideal way to keep them all on the same page is literally giving them the same page. I think one of the best examples I can give you, I worked with Columbia Sportswear, which is the mother brand for Mountain Hardwear and Sorel footwear. And it was a dear friend of mine who, ran their kind of global marketing, and she said, "I've already done briefs, so we're going to do something else." And I said, "Okay, if the brief part stuck, then we wouldn't be having these problems. You wouldn't be calling me." So I said, "Let me just do a pop quiz." And I asked everybody to write, I have a notepad of my brief formats, one page. I said, everybody just write, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? Who are we talking to? The kind of 8 key questions. And I got them back and looked at them with her. And she was like, "Oh, it didn't stick." So getting everybody aligned on what the mother brief stood for, on why people cared about what we were talking about, created that common thread, the consistency across all the different departments, the disciplines, and the sub-brands. And that was, took 2 hours, I think, and changed the course of the company's marketing. Companies tend to either not write briefs, which is a huge mistake, or they guess at what customers want. Guessing is expensive, huge mistake. And or they pump it full of context instead of giving direction on what we should be saying and how we should be saying it. So in an ideal world, a brief turns the mirror around so that your best customers can see themselves, who they are, what they care about, why they care about what we care about. And it does it in a way that inspires your creative team, your PR company, your web development firm. So it's about writing it down first and foremost, and it should be simple and it should be human. And I have lots of videos around how to write a great killer brief. But it really, I think the beginning part is just doing it and then talking about it in the briefing. Like, why are we going down this direction and why do we think it's going to work? One of my clients at a global agency he was like, "I don't know why we're spending so much time on briefs. I don't get it. So I was like, let's just do it, and we'll do it on one project. And it was so seamless that he was like, "Oh, we make up the money on the back end." He was like, "We never seem to have enough time to do it right, but we always seem to find time to do it over. And do-overs are soul-crushing, and they're expensive." So instituting a killer brief process is really just deciding to do it. It's getting somebody on the team to write the brief, and that's someone who has the time and inclination. So there are people, I'm sure, who lean forward and say, "Yes, I want to write a brief. I really like the practice of it." Tap them, even if they're interns. and get them to talk with the team, find out what they collectively believe is the best way forward, team sport, have that person write the brief, not a team sport, solo sport, and then talk about it. And even if the team was aligned on which way we should go, having that brief, having it written down is magical. It's just the thing that kind of is the springboard for ideas and for integrated ideas and for ideas that are zippered across departments and product and marketing and web. So if you haven't written a creative brief, please do. If you've written a brief and it's not awesome, investing in Killer Brief is, I think, the best way to improve the process, efficiency, and the power of your brand. If you want to learn more about Killer Briefs and what to do and what not to do, and even get some examples of them, find me at wildalchemy.com.